So I did see this. Donald Trump wandered into a grocery store here a while ago. I'll have to tell you this. Yeah. You know he hasn't been in one since 1985. I keep making this case. I keep trying to say these things. You know, Kamala worked in a McDonald's. I said, can you picture that guy running the McFlurry machine? But he walks into this grocery store, and he hands a $100 bill to a lady to pay for his groceries. Did you see this? So I'm like thinking, I wonder what he's doing there. And then I got to thinking, I think it's just natural. Any woman he sees, he pays off because he did something on there. I don't know. But this is the one that caught my eye. I know I shouldn't be. Yes, I am not going to be generous at times because the pain that Donald Trump has brought, and I think we know what 4 more years would look like. But this one really got me going. He was talking about groceries, and he started rambling about groceries. I don't know if some of you saw. I'm going to give this one. Here's what he said. I had to put this on here so I don't misquote it. I have more complaints on grocery. The word grocery. You know, it's sort of a simple word, but it sort of means like everything you eat. The stomach is speaking. It always does. Now, I don't know if you saw last night, we were having a town hall, and he got asked about health care and child care and didn't answer those. And then he spent 30 minutes standing on stage listening to music in front of this. So I'm going to be the first to say this. It is pretty funny stuff if he didn't want to be president of the United States. It's pretty funny stuff if he weren't going to try and deny women their reproductive rights. It's pretty funny stuff if he wasn't going to try and rip health care away from all of us with the ACA, or if he wasn't threatening us in different ways. So look, here in Pennsylvania, I know you know this, this idea about, well, it was better under Donald Trump. For God's sakes, our neighbors were dying by tens of thousands because this guy's telling us to inject bleach and is not dealing with COVID. As a governor, I was part of this. We were in Hunger Games with other governors just to get basic things in healthcare to take care of our people. Here in Pennsylvania, he lost 275,000 jobs during the Trump years. That's just factual. These are just dates. And tried to repeal the Affordable Care Act, promises to terminate it if he gets elected. Stripping protections, pre-existing conditions, devastating rural hospitals. You know the whole thing that he did. He tried to cut grants for rural communities affected by natural disasters. Now, these are things in his budget. Damage from things like we're seeing in storms and drought and flooding and hurricanes. Donald Trump thought it was a good idea to cut those things. And by the way, you've got representatives of folks living in Florida. When they had the chance to vote for FEMA funding or for disaster assistance, they voted against it. They voted against it. They sure the hell voted for tax cuts for the wealthiest, but they voted against disaster assistance. So look, Donald Trump did it all, starting trade wars with China that his own people said he lost. You know he did. Trump's own Secretary of Agriculture, and Rick and I just talked about this. He had a clear message of how farmers would fare under the leadership of Donald Trump. He said this simply. He was asked by a bunch of farmers, what do we need to do? He said, I'll tell you what, the big are going to get bigger and the little are going to get out. And that's exactly what happened. So instead of being able to milk 120 head, creating 3 or 4 jobs in this community, spending money in the local community and growing this area, now you have folks milking 10,000 head in consolidated areas that have no impact on the local economy. That's what's happened under Donald Trump. So look, Trump had a near record farm bankruptcies in 2019 of folks going out of business because of that. So look, Donald Trump might be able to afford to go bankrupt once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. But farmers get to do it once. And then the farm's gone for the next generation. And then the community's lost another family. And sure enough, the businesses downtown start to close. So if you want to know what's happening to rural America, as I said, the folks coming in here and taking the jobs and destroying the area, they've got names. They've got names. Trump and Vance right now happen to be those, and the folks who back them. The venture capitalists who don't give one damn about walking this land, but are more than happy to take the profit off.